bunch, Mark.
What's happened here, Mark?
That one. Oh, that's good. Hey! Mark's first feather!
First feather! Look at the size of the monster!
Welcome back, guys, to episode 3, and wow, what a contrast this morning is compared to last night. The wind must have picked up to 20, nearly 30 knots last night, and it turned this pristine bay into the worst washing machine I've seen in a long time. We got tossed around like rag dolls. We ended up having to pull anchor and try and find somewhere out of the wind. But yeah, wow, what a night. But anyway, have a look at what we've woken up to, and let's go fishing.
I think we're on here. First feather! Look at the size of the monster! Is it a barra though? Oh my god, what is that thing?
So you can tell by the enthusiasm in my voice in this next clip that the fishing really didn't go to plan. But we had a go, and I don't know what black cat we tripped over on the way up there, but we just could not catch anything decent. So we fished the running tide to no avail and decided we'd go and fuel up again and start heading out towards Kingfisher Island, Montgomery Reef and Raft Point.
Alright, so just topped off with fuel again. We've got our drums back on because this is probably our biggest run for the whole trip. Out to Montgomery, Raft Point, Walcott Inlet and all the way back around. It's probably about 300 odd Ks I'd say we're going to chip up at this time. Horizontal falls was wicked. Couldn't catch a barra for love nor money. We've seen them, got that excited that I forgot the GoPro, and we didn't see another one from the minute I got the GoPro. So that's fishing, I suppose. Tide got to the top. Oh yeah, and the croc, yeah, one little croc. Sucker was stalking us. So, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna hit it. We're gonna head for Kingfisher Island tonight. It's about 2/3 the way to the Montgomery Reef, and we'll probably see you at Montgomery Reef in the morning. We just pulled up out of Kingfisher, having a quick drop in a blue hole. Got a visitor.
Look at that one.
Yeah, good 2.5 meters. Not sure, that's for sure. Not sure at all. Still want to sleep on the beach, Mark? Yeah, that's starting to get too close. Too close for me. There's the back of the boat. He's a length of himself off the back of the boat. So as you can see here, it's blowing hard. So we've just taken a bit of time out. Might be a down day. I've been saying for a few days now it's going to get pretty windy. We shot out to Kingfisher last night, slept in this bay here, and it wasn't too bad last night, a bit choppy. But yeah, we started to head out to Montgomery this morning, and yeah, got about a mile out and it just turned absolute pear-shaped. It was horrible. So we came back, conceded defeat for the day. See how comes the footy. Pretty sure not many that have kicked the footy out here. Sorting out our paperwork, empty beer cartons, any paper we've got is rubbish up there. We might even cook a cake later. So it's been quite some time since a few people have camped here. There's a little fire there. another little one in the rocks here. But yeah, bloody awesome view, but blowing its ring off. Pretty lucky we got that hill over there. It's protecting us a fair bit up here, so got a feeling we might have to later on chop a little hole in the vines there, get our deck chairs, sit in the shade. Got our very own boab here. I think that's a boab. Let us know if it's not. Any of you tree huggers. But yeah, we'll have a little investigate. Good little hidey hole there, as long as there's no bloody green ants. But yeah, plenty of wood. Mark's just getting the camp oven out now. I think he's going to try his hand at cake baking. So, see what he can whip up.
So while Betty Crocker was busy in the kitchen, I thought I'd take the time, throw the drone up and have a look around at these cool little islands.
Right, here we go. Mark's little raisin cake. What else we got in it, Mark?
A bit of pear juice, dog raisin flour, a bit of oil.
That's it. Let's go. Oh, that's living, Barry. Give the new camp oven a run, so that's the first thing it's cooked actually. Ain't not bad. Don't even need butter. Might be doing this a bit more often.
So with the wind finally dying down to a dull roar, we thought we'd seize our chance and try and make the crossing. It was about 20 odd nautical miles to get across to Raft Point, but because we'd had delay time at Kingfisher, Montgomery Reef was going to be underwater on our way through. So we finally made the crossing over to Raft Point, and we were given a hot tip on a little fishing spot by a couple we met earlier, Ryan and Emma, and boy did it pay off. Unfortunately, my camera work was absolutely horrendous, and this was all that we got.
Look at that for a finger mark! Woo! Booyah! It's like we're having fish for dinner and lunch and dinner tomorrow night. You bloody beauty.
So with a decent fish on board, we were set for the next few days with our food. So it was time to find somewhere to camp for the night with the sun going down. So after a bit over a week on the water, you start to get real complacent with the crocs, being that we'd only seen that one out at Kingfisher Island. But we spent the night in Red Cone Creek because it was nice and it was calm, and this is what we woke up to about 100 metres away. So after replacing our jocks this morning due to having a dirty brown stain in them from that croc, we started to fish the running tide up towards Ruby Falls, and it didn't take long to work out we had competition for a barra. I estimated this croc to be around 3.5 metres, judging by the size of the barra in its mouth with its tail missing.
So we're just up the top of Ruby Falls at the moment, just waiting for the tide. You sort of see it's starting to equalise there now. There's a big pool just around that corner. We'll fly the drone shortly and I'll show you what's around there. But yeah, we're just trying to get that water up so we can get around to the waterfall and top our water up and have a wash. We've been on the boat for about 3 days now, so I'm starting to smell and so is Mark. So we'll get around there as soon as we can, but while we wait, make the most of it. Bit of that finger mark from last night, yes the arvo. Fish ropes again. Been flicking little baits and stuff, waiting for this tide, but nothing as yet, so keep trying to get Mark his first barra. This is the last of our salad. Little bag left there. So we've got 6 more days of meat and potatoes. This should be pretty good. Can't wait. So this is Ruby Falls. We're just going to have a quick dip here, quick wash. We got our water. We had to gondola it through the rocks there to get in with the tide. We waited for nearly 2 hours for the tide, and yeah, just basically bounced off a few rocks on the way through. A bit of local knowledge is key. Caught up with Barra fisherman Froggy and his crew, and they actually cooked us dinner last night. It was a little cook did, and what a top job. Probably the best potato salad I've ever had. Sorry mum, but yeah, best potato salad I've ever had. It was yeah, it was second to none. So yeah, he's given us a couple of tips for up the sail there. Obviously a lot of bewares, watch out. We've snapped the stick off, so we've got a little gondola stick. There's a lot of rocks and boulders we've got to go through apparently. So we're on neat tides at the moment, so it's not a whole lot of movement. But yeah, so we'll finish off our quick dip and a wash here. We've got our water, and yeah, we're going to hit it up the sail. Hopefully we can get out of this creek all right. Try and flick a couple of lures and get a barra on the way out on the good running tide. Still chasing that elusive barra, the first one for Mark.
So if you're chasing fresh water, Ruby Falls water wasn't the best that we found. We found it to be a little bit on the brackish side and a little bit murky. So if you are chasing good water, this wasn't the place for you. But in our case, beggars can't be choosers, so it was good enough to get us by. So with a careful bit of navigation, a bit of touch parking, we moved our way out of Ruby Falls and up the creek. So we ended up fishing for quite a while up Red Cone Creek, mostly out of the trees, but anyway, we tried our best.
Nice blue nose, seems to be my thing, the blue nose. Knock a fillet or two off of him, perfect, and you can stay over there, buddy.
So unfortunately, we're going to give the Sail River a miss. We just don't think we have the fuel capacity to rattle off another 100 nautical miles or so to go right up the Sail and back again. So we decided to head back out to Raft Point across the bay and try and find some petroglyphs.
Oh, didn't quite find it. We're a bloody long way up now, over the top of most of the trees. But yeah, unfortunately, we only got a mud map, and the mud seems to be a bit murky. So, not to be this time. We'll let the little spirits be, I think. Here, one of them stickers for me boat. Don't follow me bushwalking, I'm lost too. Oh, at least we're going downhill, that's the main thing. Oh, been a wild old trek through here. It's about halfway down now. I can hear a bit of water trickling. I just found this real, just get rid of some of that shit off the top. Oh, some of the nicest water.
So we decided to leave Raft Point and head back across the bay to Red Cone Creek. It's a really safe camping area if you're going to sleep on the boat. Plenty of crocs though, so please, as always, be croc wise.
You did it!
First feather!
Hey!
Mark's first feather! Yeah!
Woo!
There we go. It's taken 3 days on the olive.
The olive mullet.
The olive
Killed
mullet.
it.
No monster, that's for sure. 650 maybe. Put him on the brag net actually. I got one of them. Yeah, let's make it official. Oh, 600, just under. 595. Well done. Bloody oath. Got a bazzer. First bazzer in the Kimberly. Watch the spike under.
So I think the excitement of catching a barra caught up with Mark, because have a look what he done next in the waters we're in.
Arms. There he goes. I'm not too sure if you can make that out in the light, but about there on the end of my finger is a croc. So Mark's just obviously caught his barra and let it go. That's how cagey these buggers are. Just that little flapping in the water of the fish. Didn't take us bugger all to get it in, because let's face it, we're fishing about, well, how many wines did you get, Mark?
Yep.
2?
Yeah.
Well, it's literally just teabagging the jigs here, and that's it in amongst them. So yeah, an old mate, you can just see him ducking in between the, there he goes. Go on. Do not put your hands in the water here. Right, so we're just transferring the last of our fuel. What have we been on the water for now? 4 days?
Oh, since fuel up, yeah.
Since fuel up, yeah, something like that. So about 100 litres left in the tank. We only half filled these drums, so we had 60 litres. Was meant to be quite blowy today. That might be the wind coming now. You just see it dark across the water. It's pretty much what I did yesterday morning. We're going to still try and get out to Montgomery Reef. It's about 10 or 20 k's out, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. We might have to gin around here for another half a day and see if we can get this weather window last night. We caught up with Frog. He's already left this morning, the barra fisherman, and yeah, we got a weather report off him last night and had quite a few beers. We missed dinner, didn't get off his boat till about 11 o'clock. So yeah, so bacon, eggs for breakfast, put a liner back on the stomach, and yeah, we're good to go for another day. So we'll finish transferring this fuel, finish my coffee. We might slip up that creek where Mark got his first barra last night and see if we can't get one more bit of fish in the fridge. Would be good. That'll save us trying to find fish later at Savi if it's a bit blowy. So we've pulled up here, literally first drop. We've turned around and this bloke is straight on us. So, like I was saying last night, do not put your fingers in the water, because they are here and there is lots of them. Seen a nice 3 metre female on the way in and another couple of metre one, like this one here, sitting on the same corner on the way in. So yeah, there's plenty. Muddy around the face. Go on. Under below he went.
The weather looked awesome when we were starting to leave Red Cone Creek, so off we went to Montgomery Reef. And lo and behold, the couple we left Derby with were heading across the bay from Raft Point. So we turned around, went back into Red Cone Creek, put a cake in the oven, had a coffee, and we ended up staying a whole nother night in Red Cone. And Mark caught his second barra for the trip. Bloody awesome. And this one, only one place it was going, straight in the fridge. There you have it, guys. That's our 3rd episode done and dusted. Stick with us for our final leg of the journey as we start to make our way back past Montgomery Reef, back to Dogleg for another refuel, and we start to backtrack a few of our steps that we made on the way. We tried to leave a few things to have a look at on the way home because we weren't sure where we were going. So we've actually found them. We've spoken to a few people along the way, and like I always say, local knowledge is key. So head on over to our online store. Please support us. 100% of everything that comes out of that store goes into the next adventure. So as always, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notifications button, and always tell your mates and enjoy.